It's bigger than basketball. It is so much bigger than basketball. Bas-
Welcome to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. And yes, it is so much bigger than basketball. When I see this love letter from Aerial Powers, it brings it all back again. What you may have heard me say already, and that is, I so wish that the Indiana Fever could keep every one of these players. Not possible because there were so many players. I should say there are because they still are, right? Technically. But man, I just wish we could keep every one of them. Aerial Powers put out this video. I can't share a whole lot of it because it's long. I almost don't even know where to begin. But overall, she brings the energy. We know she brings the energy on the court. She's known for that. And she's got her vlogs. And she's like, I think someone in the comments of another video I did called it overexcited. He was loving it, but he used that term overexcited. And if you want to use overexcited, if you want to use hyped up, whatever, there's just this genuine fire that exudes from Aerial Powers. And she just has the perfect name, doesn't she? Yes, you can tell she's so thankful for the opportunity to be on the Indiana Fever. Not just the opportunity to have come back home from overseas, but the specific opportunity to play on this team. Now, last night, I put out a video talking about Sid Colson and how she busted the negative narrative, the race narrative attached to the Indiana Fever organization and the fan base. Well, Aerial Powers, like I said in that video, she deserved her own spot on this her own conversation on this, because she too is busting narratives, and not in some ugly, nasty way. Like, y'all just out of your minds, but just exuding the love and the appreciation for the players, for the front office, for the coaches, and for the fans. She talks a lot about the fans. I just love this team. We wanted to see Caitlin Clark play in her second season. Many of us came to the Indiana Fever because of Caitlin Clark, but I have heard so many people comment after comment after comment of people saying, yeah, Caitlin brought me here, but I stayed because I absolutely fell in love with this team and I enjoyed cheering them on. And Aerial Powers is one who was brought in. Now, we don't know what this team is going to look like next season. We don't know if there's going to be a next season. Everything is so up in the air and dramatic in true WNBA fashion. But I really appreciate what Aerial Powers put out. I'm going to go through a few of the things that she said. I'm going to pick up actually the little piece that I played before my intro, my music intro. I'm going to pick that up right there. And then we're going to kind of look at a little bit of her footage. I don't know exactly what I want to do, but I want to highlight a few things. So let's go back to her YouTube channel, which she's asking people to subscribe to, of course. And the link to this video will be in the description of my video.
that moment made me think, which y'all already know, but it made me think, it's bigger than basketball. It is so much bigger than basketball. Basketball is the source that allows us to touch each other. But it's just bigger than basketball. God is so good.
Yes.
He is so good.
Yeah.
God is so good.
Preach. So if you haven't seen that video yet, her video, she shares a lot about how she was able to connect with the fans, and she tells a story about a particular fan she was able to help even financially. And so she understands, like she said, we know this already. and I guess you guys know this already, right? But when we talk about sports being a microcosm of society, and when I say the Indiana Fever story is a God story, and she talks about her love letter, she's like, it's more in basketball. Like, you know it, but you get these reminders along the way. The people you get to touch. Basketball is a vehicle. And that's why when people say all the time, oh, it's just a sport. Why you got to bring God into it? Why you got to bring culture into it? Why you got to bring society into it? Because this is what I'm trying to express. And I know that Ariel gets it. There's a lot more to the story. If we're talking about Indiana and the adversity, I believe, like, I listened to Ariel Powers when she got the call to come to Indiana on this hardship situation. And she was saying, I didn't know how things are going to work out, but God has a plan. And when I talk about this Indiana Fever team and the adversity, the adversity after adversity after adversity, and when I say that it's bigger than basketball, it's because, yeah, that adversity is shaping your ability to do what you do on the court. I believe that you can't take the team of players that Indiana Fever had and get as far as they did without building up muscles. And I don't mean physical muscles, although that's a part of it, but I mean the muscle to endure adversity on the court. But even bigger than that, you hear these players talking about over and over again the love that they have for one another as athletes, but also in the business aspect of it, in the coaching aspect of it. There's a love. You hear people saying, I've been in this league for years. I've never experienced this kind of love with my teammates and in the franchise and the camaraderie. You hear someone like a Kelsey Mitchell who says, her coach is right there and says, no one has believed in me like this since my dad. That's bigger than basketball. That's something that they're going to carry with them. Basketball at one point is going to end, but those kinds of things, what you get from those kinds of relationships, that's not going to end. That's going to be carried on. And when not every player is going to have a vlog and not every player is going to be as expressive as Ariel is, but when we look at her, we get to understand that, yes, through a sport, there are lessons to be learned. There's encouragement to be had. There are people picking up one another who learn to love one another and have one another's back, shutting out the noise, and you've got one another. It's a life lesson. She's breaking these things down in this video, which I hope you will watch if you haven't done so. It really is touching. And she was able to have a few of her teammates come on and talk a little bit. And so we're going to look at the portion where she spoke with Caitlin Clark, and then I'll just show you who else she spoke with.
Good. Okay, we look good. We look great. How you feeling?
Feeling good.
Yeah. How's the ankle? Everything doing?
Doing better. Feeling good.
Of course, we wanted you to be here. But I have a question, right? You've been here in the beginning, and you've seen the ins and outs, us coming in as news pieces, the team consistently trying to get better and better, especially without you. You know how we feel about that. You know what you do for us in the game. So when you look from the outside looking in, what were some of the things that kind of surprised you, and also some of the things that made you proud?
Man, I don't think anything necessarily surprised me, just because I know the type of people that we've had in this locker room over the course of the 2 years, and obviously there was some changeover from year 1 to year 2, but you know, the core of this group and what this organization is about has always been the same. And I think that's what made it so easy for players like you or Shay or O or, you know, whoever we brought in through the course of the season. You know, they instantly felt welcomed and they loved it and they had a really good time. And I feel like that's been about every player's experience with this organization. So, you know, every player that's come in, and you especially, like, you've made it so fun, and we've loved having you. And you know, obviously not everybody can stay because we had 17 people on our team, so no matter who it is, like, you cherish those memories you got to spend with each other.
Facts. And I got a question, a personal question, because listen, what y'all don't know is DJ CC. I got a question. How long have you because you love getting the aux and actually you do it. I'm not gonna lie, she does a really good job.
Yeah, ask everybody on the team. I'm legit on the aux.
No, I think you are.
Cece's straight up serious about the DJing. She's like, ask anybody. I'm legit. You can tell she's serious about that thing.
I'm pretty good on the aux because it's
that's what I'll do in the off season. I'll become a DJ.
DJ / golfer.
Yeah, those are my two hobbies.
Are you the DJ when you at the crib, like when y'all have family functions?
Yeah, some people don't. I mean, not as much as in the locker room, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I'm an aux, but maybe I'm just like sometimes a control freak. I guess. I don't know.
Well, I appreciate you for being on the vlog, man. And I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for making me feel welcome.
Appreciate you, homie. You're awesome.
She started with Lexi, and they're like in those old middle school poses. All smiles as she and Sophie have a conversation, both of them straight up cheesing. She did not leave out the ones who matter most, and that would be the people who make the food. Gotta eat. And of course, you cannot not talk to Kelsey Mitchell, all WNBA first team, the one who played until the wheels fell off. And there's Natasha Howard, the no, Howard, no. Okay, Howard, okay. Yeah, that Natasha Howard. And we found out that she loves oatmeal. And of course, she had to talk to AB, all WNBA second team on defense, the life of the party, the one who's extremely likable, who had an amazing season, AB. She's just getting started. She shows some love to Sydney Colson, who says she's feeling good, recuperating well. And she talked to Shay Petty. And during this conversation, she divulged to Shay that she's going to be playing in Turkey with her.
But I go to Turkey on Monday. I'll be there, for the year. And then we'll see what happens next year. Okay. And you ready to come? You ready for me to come to Turkey with you? I thought she was going to be mad. We're going to be on the same seat. Get ready for the vlog, y'all. Let's go. To be continued.
You know that there are teammates, not every teammate, but there are teammates who cannot wait to get away from each other. They are so excited that they're going to be playing on the same team in Turkey. I love the excitement. Now let's get into the love she shows the fans. Remember, there's a narrative out there about Indiana Fever fans, about that R word, about all that. And then we get to hear from Ariel Powers, who obviously experienced the organization and the fans up close.
Y'all make it so good for us. Like, I love the fans. I love the fact that we can all be on this journey together. Yeah, we putting on the jersey, but y'all can be on this journey with us. So the fact I've never experienced this ever in my life playing in the W. We would leave the airport. We would come back no matter what time or whatever, and it would be fans out there. It would be fans out there showing love, making sure we felt love. No matter if we won or we lost. And that's big to do. So it didn't matter if we won or we lost. I went over there and made sure I showed love back. Because to have fans that support you, no matter what weather is coming at you, they saying we down, that's hard to come by. That's hard to come by. People like that is hard to come by. And being a fan like that, you just got to have it in your character. You feel me? I say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And you are appreciated. You hear me? This journey has been amazing. But honestly, it wouldn't have been so great if we didn't have the organization we have, the coaching staff we had, the teammates we had. What I'm trying to say to you right now is that sometimes it's not about the destination, but about the people you do it with, the experiences, the memories, and how you do those things. You feel me? Because when you get to that destination, no matter where it is, right? We stopped at semifinals. When you look back, it's like, we did this together. The memories we made together. How we fought together. So when y'all go through life, man, when you go through life, don't rush these opportunities. Don't rush your moments. Enjoy them and enjoy the people that you're doing it with. So when I got to my apartment, I got it all packed up. Shout out to my mom and my dad for helping me gather all my things. And I looked at the apartment. I looked around one last time. And I just smiled. And I said, man, I was here. I was here for a short amount of time. But what an impact. What an impact y'all had on me. And what an impact that I hopefully had on y'all. And as I'm walking out of my apartment, right? I'm walking out of my apartment. About to close the door for the last time. I'm thinking, this chapter in my book was short, but Lord, was it sweet. And I can't wait to see what the Lord has planned for me in my next chapter.
Can we bring them all back? Can we bring them all back? Ultimately, we don't know what next season is going to look like, as I said, but man, this season right here, just absolutely inspirational. I'll catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly.